Siguro we have to start from the beginning though, kasi we would hear already or read about COVID-19 at the start, and yet we were denying that it would really affect us. So that was the first stage, the denial phase. And then slowly we were getting news. It was sinking into us that it was real and it was affecting the Philippines. Hence, we started getting fearful. We started getting anxious, and then panic struck us. And naman what happened next, yung mag-panic buying, and ngayon we're quarantined. So these are the stages that went through with the pandemic. It affected us very drastically. Like for example, just the fact that we get isolated, there's already the sense of boredom, there's the sense of paralysis, of being trapped, diba? And of course, foremost on our minds will be, where are we going to get money? How are we going to work? How are we going to feed our families? So these are all the things that happen in our minds. It's better to establish a schedule of tasks and routines sa bahay so that we're not just idle. Alam naman natin na when we're idle, it's easy to think negative thoughts, di ba? So we have to keep ourselves busy, and we have to establish a routine at home. Another thing that we can do is, of course, be as physically and mentally active. Kasi syempre, nagsasabaw yung utak natin dahil we're not doing anything, di ba? So it's important that we try to do something. Exercise will always be important. So at least we get 30 minutes a day of exercise. And of course, many of us will be isolated. So we need to keep in touch with others. Alam naman natin na yung mga Pinoy are very sociable. We're all related to each other, and so it's important that we stay socially connected with others, especially through technology. Another thing is, siguro, discriminate between factual news and fake news. Kasi fake news, there's a pandemic na nga of the virus, there's an infodemic of fake news. So we have to discriminate. And instead of worrying, siguro what's important is we create contingency plans. Think of the worst case scenarios, and then ano yung pwedeng gawin, plan A, plan B, plan C. So at least we have strategies or plans, diba? Of course, it's also important that we watch that we're not oversleeping or overeating, diba? Some people will eat just for the boredom of it, diba? Pero siguro we can sneak in some ways of helping others. Alam naman natin na siguro tayo, either nasa middle class or nasa lower class, there are still people who are in worse conditions than us. So baka we can help other people in need. And siguro this is a time to nurture our spirituality. Kasi anong panghahawakan natin except something spiritual? Sadness is kind of light, it's temporary, and then we don't have symptoms, diba? We can brush it off anytime that we want. Kaya lang, depression is more intense, diba? We feel it affects our lives more heavily, and then we have symptoms. And the difference is that depression will at least have 9 symptoms. One is, are there changes na in their sleep pattern? So sleep, how about changes in the appetite pattern? Are they still eating well, or too much, or too little? Tapos yung energy level, masigla pa ba sila, or wala ng energy? How about yung focus or concentration? Nakakapag-focus pa ba sila, or lumilipad na yung isip nila? How about yung mood? Palagi ba silang malungkutin or magagalitin or palaging kabado? Motivation. Meron pa ba silang motivation to do the stuff or wala na motivation? And siguro another thing to ask is, do they have thoughts of self-harm or death or suicide? Diba? That would be the biggest giveaway that there is a depression. So, you see, these are symptoms of depression, pero yung sadness is very light lang. We can shrug it off anytime. At least you need 4 or 5 symptoms to say that you have depression, you know. And these 5 symptoms must at least have been experienced for a minimum of 2 weeks. So if you've experienced those symptoms, 5 symptoms at least for 2 weeks, that means there's already a chemical imbalance going on in your mind. There's this chemical called serotonin that's already imbalanced, and you already need treatment. So siguro the best way is really to get online help or telephone help. There are some psychiatrists or psychologists you can call who can help you online or by the telephone. Siguro I'll just say no to the people who are feeling this, and it's most people who are feeling the sense of certainty is we're all in the same boat. You're not alone, and we're all going to triumph over this